And the microphone is on. There we go. Welcome everyone. I'm glad to have you all on board today. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. Thanks for being here today, and it's Saturday. It is September the 3rd, and it's hot here. And we're supposed to be getting our record-breaking 35 degrees Celsius here today. That makes it somewhere above, I think it's about 95 Fahrenheit. And that is hot for us here, since we are not accustomed to that kind of heat. But anyway, welcome everyone. Glad to have you on board. Footage on that's playing right now, of course, is from the 14th of August. That way there's no misconceptions here and no people thinking that things have restarted and so on. So although it would be nice if I could say, yeah, our Siggy Fisher is going again, but unfortunately it is not. But in a way, I think we still have a chance. Couple more days and we'll see what happens. After that, basically what will really truly happen is the only other thing we will notice is some tremors, and those will be the collapses of the lava tubes in our near future here, and I'm hoping that's not the case. So really, really, truly hope our wonderful Siggy Fisher kicks off again and does its thing. Anyway, while I'm saying hello, we'll say hi to our moderators first off. Haven't seen any in the channel yet, but speaking of moderators, there's one now saying hi all. Hi Piggy, welcome. I already put a cart out for you way up in the back there. So you've got your crayons and you've got your cart. You can go right to it, and welcome Piggy, glad to have you on board. Typically we got Arizona Snowman hiding in the background here somewhere. Piggy is in the house. C&D Boy usually comes along, but he may be out busy today since it's still fairly early. And let's see, sometimes we have Joseph Fields Official, and also maybe lurking in the background could be 24/7 live AZ Skies, Gary. Awesome dude, so it should be all right. Anyway, we don't need to have too many mods in the blue here in the channel, but we're okay with that. They're friendly. They don't bite much. Maybe get snout popped once in a while, but that's okay. You don't have to worry. Anyway, glad to have everyone here, and I think number one in today again was Henry. So Henry gets the cookies, and let's give him some cookies here. And, congrats Henry, and thanks for being prompt. Gotta love it. Haven't seen Mona Lisa Smiles recently. No, Sue. My last conversation with Mona Lisa was, of course, email, and she was taking some time off from the internet, getting back to kind of looking at home life a little bit more, and kind of decided to do a whole bunch more of that. So that is really a good thing for her. But yeah, she's still doing well, so at least last I heard she was doing okay, but just taking some time off. And I believe Lucas is also doing that, so that's what we've got. Yes, Lizoid, that is canned lava, and boy, those cans were really hot when I opened it up, and I don't know, it is tough. She was the music composer. Okay. All right, so let's carry on with saying hi to the rest of you, though. And we'll, of course, we already said hi to Henry, so we'll go and say hi to Sharon Stewart and Sue Hayes and Lizoid and King Colin Deadman, Kevin Haynes, Hermione. And Hermione figured out how to, actually it was her brother who made the letters bigger on her screen so she can read them. So you don't have to use caps anymore, which is really awesome. And I'm glad that you're able to see that, Hermione. Also, let's see, who else is here? Layla, welcome back. Sharon Stewart, we got you already. Going up some more. Lizoid, we got Juliet is here. Welcome, Juliet. And going up a little more. And there really isn't that many people here, so I may have gone through most of those names, like Kevin Haynes already for the second or third time. Jason Morgan, welcome. And glad to have you on board. All right, let's see. Going up some more, looking for more wonderful names. Let's see if I spot anyone else in here. Judy L, welcome. Glad to have you back. And let's see, we got Sue. Sherry Hewitt, there we go. And Tom Truelove, welcome you guys. I'm glad that you're here. Evie Stardust also in the house. Welcome back, Evie. And going up a little bit more, looking for more wonderful names. Richard Francis, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And hello from, what is it? Geol Rat. Okay. Is that like Geology Rat? Welcome, and glad to have you on board. Going up a little bit more here. Tetra is in the house. Welcome, Tetra. About to go out with my boyfriend. Oh boy. That's, I guess, the way it is. Enjoy your trip with your boyfriend. Henry Ritchie also, Johnny Ritchie, my bad. I'm scrolling and reading at the same time here, and that didn't work. Johnny Ritchie, welcome. Oh boy, that's gonna get me in trouble. Going up some more, looking for other names. I'm up as high as I can go up on the list, and that's it. Kevin Williams is also here. Welcome. And I think we're just about good with all these wonderful names. Alba Girl just popped in. Hi, Dr. Fox and Laverly Lava Family. Loverly Lava Family. Louverly? Something like that. Anyway, welcome. Yep, let's get to the real McCoy, though. We're looking at canned lava. First, we'll get the big banner off the screen. And we'll remove the little thing here that says recorded on August 14th, and then we will stop that for right now. And that is what it looks like right now, this very second at 20:02. And that, of course, is 8:02 p.m. Iceland time. And we do see some smoke in there as well as fog. And you can kind of call it VOG if you like. And that is pretty good. Dr. Fox, the Krakens mods have arrived. What? They've arrived? What do you mean? Oh no, you've got Krakens. Piggy, don't let them out. It's not time yet. Come on, at least give me some time. Anyway, that is kind of what we're looking at there today with our wonderful Siggy Fisher. I was hoping we would see something a little bit more delightful, but unfortunately not. We can see it a little earlier. It was about 3.5 hours ago. That's kind of what it looked like. One of the things I did notice, and of course this was from the other day as well, and I really wasn't sure why we were seeing the lighter line here until I looked at this today and realized that that whole back piece had slipped down a bit, and that is kind of the edge that it let go from. So we can expect this piece to drop into the caldera itself, and that'll be kind of interesting when that does happen. Hopefully it won't plug the holes up. That's one of the things I was going to mention here. There are a couple of holes in there where the lava was venting out, and the one primary big hole basically had a collapse, and the hole got bigger. So that's all right. I mean, it tells us, hey, more room for lava to come up if it does. So it'll be pretty awesome that way. Otherwise, we do see that smoke off of the side here. And I think there are several spots where there are smokers. And we noticed some out here earlier or later on. You'll see them type of thing. But they're out there. So we still have some very, very hot spots, which is just the way it is. I mean, this thing's going to take years to cool down in that area, being plus 20 meters thick of a lava bed there. And that should give you a pretty good idea. That's not going to cool down too quickly. Very similar to Geldingadarler. Mind you, over there, it's a lot deeper. It's 80 meters. And if you've got 80 meters of lava, that's 240 feet, 250 feet. You can be assured there is still hot, molten lava down inside there, since the lava itself on the outside, when it cools, it creates a lot more cracking and stuff, and it becomes a really, really great insulator. So it holds a lot of heat, and that is what it's going to do here for a long time as well at the Siggy Fissure. And of course, this is located in the northwestern corner of our Meridalier Valley there in the Reykjanes Peninsula in Iceland. For those who are curious and didn't know. Let's see, who else popped in? Daryl R. Welcome. Glad to have you on board. And anyway, that was what it was looking like at 1641, basically. And we can move the clock back a little bit and look at it a little earlier as well. And that's about 1336. And we see that you can see more of a smoker right here. And the other one, of course, is off camera. But definitely I noticed that. And I thought we seen some more coming out down here as well in a couple of spots. So definitely gonna see more smoking for a while, unfortunately. And here's kind of earlier yet. I don't know if it's about the same. A little bit of a lens flare there, but I'm not sure if it was smoking from right here as well earlier this morning. And that would have been, well, it's not even this morning. That's from 10 minutes after 12. So that's kind of what we had. If we go back a little more, is it still there? No, it's moved over. It may not be coming out of there directly. It may be this smoke kind of building up here somehow. And yeah, it definitely is smoking from here though. And that's pretty cool and neat to see. But it is not giving us what we really want to see. And of course, that is lava. And right now, this is live from Iceland. We do see some lighter areas here. Not sure what's going on there. Why is that so light all of a sudden, since everything else is fairly dark? We'll see if it gets a little bit brighter in the haze and stuff here. That might be magma. You never know. Anyway, or lava. Hot stuff, maybe something cracked open and exposed some of that very bright hot material. I don't know yet. Anyway, let's have a quick peek at the harmonic tremor chart, see what it is doing. And I've really been keeping an eye on it. And I'm going, come on, do something, do something. We are seeing some pretty heavy activity, but we're not seeing what we want to see, and that is everything rising. It's hanging down too low here, and I really would like to see it go up. like what it was doing yesterday, and then they lost signal, and I was kind of going, oh, watching it go down, and that was not happy. And then I thought, okay, go back up and then back down. But that's kind of what we're seeing, the roller coaster right now. And a couple more days, and we'll be able to tell whether or not this thing is going to pop open again, or if we are just going to call it case closed. It's going to be very difficult to tell what's going to happen. But anyway, that's kind of it for the harmonic tremor chart. Hey, Adele is here. Sorry, I'm late. Looking after grandchildren and trying to get them to bed. Ooh, Adele, duct tape works really well. Or if you're in England, gaffer tape, gaffer tape. Oh boy. Anyway, all right, never mind. I didn't say that. Okay, let's carry on. I wanted to pop over and have a look at the quakes in the area, and there really haven't been that many more new ones, but from what our little swarm was to what's happening is an interesting thought, and kind of also looking at this area down here. I'm going to zoom this out just a little bit, just so you can see. And this, of course, is in Iceland. That's the Reykjanes Peninsula. There's Reykjavik, the capital city. And for those who are interested, Keflavik Airport, Keflavik, Reykjanesbær, Jarvik, and then down here is Grindavik, and the Blue Lagoon right there, and the power plant beside it. So you kind of get a pretty good idea. And then, of course, when we slide over here a little bit more, this is our old Ragnar right there, and this is the new Meridalia eruption there. So gives you a little bit of an idea of where we're looking. And yes, we see this little cluster right here, and that is interesting. And I have not yet looked at the depths of these, and we'll take a look right away. I'm more concerned about the stuff right here, so let's start with this 0.01, and I like what I see. This was from today at 8:10. It's 135 meters down, not very far down. This guy here, a little bit deeper, that is a 0.06, and it's 6.5 kilometers down, happened at 3:21 a.m. This 0.28, 5.8 kilometers down, too far to really do anything. 0.28, 307, sorry, this morning. And then we have this 0.93, 5.23 kilometers down, 11:29. And at least we're seeing some action down there, just not coming up as high as we wanted to. This is a 0.67, 4.89 or 4.9 kilometers down, 11:30 a.m. Their time. And then we have this guy 4.8 kilometers down for this 0.46, and that is actually from yesterday at 23:38. And then we have this also from yesterday, this 1.05. 3.33 kilometers down from 23:48. That's kind of the immediate area. Wanted to kind of look over here at Krusevik and see if a couple of these are a little shallower. 6.7 kilometers down for this 0.41. Kind of just get a little taste of what we got. 5.6 kilometers down for that 0.3. And this guy is 0.46, 4.8 kilometers down. So no, these are not surfacing, and this is 5.5 kilometers down, 0.07, very small. So definitely some movement underneath there. Let's check out this one here, close to Grindavik, 4.2 kilometers down. Then we have this one, 4.1 kilometers down. 0.62 on that guy, 0.41 on that, 3.7 kilometers down, and then again this 0.1, 4.7 kilometers down. Now I'm kind of wondering about this little soup here, where we have a few quakes. We'll start out with the 2.16, and it is 4.49, or just about 4.5 kilometers down. 2:07 was the time on that in the early morning hours. Then we have a 0.22 there, 3.3 kilometers down, 2:11 a.m. This one 0.87, 3 kilometers down, and that is 7:03 a.m. For the 0.87. And we have a 0.24, 3.1 kilometers down, 2:09 a.m. And I think that gives us a pretty good idea of what they are doing. They're not very shallow quakes, so definitely. Wow, Piggy, thank you very much for renewing, and that is awesome. I do appreciate it. A member for 8 months already. Holy mackerel, that is a long time, and that is cool. Anyway, thank you, Piggy. This one out just off the coast here from 1722. It's a 1.6. That is a little more shallow, 2.8 kilometers down. So very, very interesting. Yona, welcome, Yona. Glad to have you on board. And let's take a look a little further out on the Raikens Bar, or Raikens Ridge, I should say, and that is there. 2, and it's 4.7 kilometers down, happened in 1959, and let's see, that's 1.3 from 2010, and that happened 13 kilometers down. That's a fair distance, so that's getting pretty deep. We had another 2 here. This was from 3:05 a.m. and 11.7 kilometers down, and then one more there in that group. This is 1.51, 15 kilometers down from 3:14. So quite deep on those ones, and that is interesting. Pretty awesome, I guess, in that sense. But we really don't see anything major going on. Now, we did have 2 other groupings here that were well beyond our where our lava chamber would have been, our magma chamber. That would have ended somewhere right around here. So these are interesting, these little swarms that we've got here, and very small, but kind of deep, and that is 1.56, and it's 7.2 clicks down. Yesterday's at 23:04. I don't know if they're all from yesterday. 6.1 kilometers down on that guy. This guy is 6.8 clicks down, 1.02. Yesterday's as well. Looks like all of them from yesterday. Yep, 8.4 kilometers down for that 0.15. Then 0.08, 8.6 kilometers down yesterday's as well. So very interesting that we would have a little swarm there all of a sudden, but we did, and let's see what this group is up to here, and just to kind of get a pretty good idea. This we usually have some quakes right here on this little peninsula, or very close to it, like this one, but this is 6.5 kilometers down. 0.9 happened today at 15:24. So that is pretty cool. If we zoom in here a little bit into this group, we'll start with this 1.2 from 13:11, and that was 5.5 clicks down. We'll grab this next one here down on the bottom, 7.7 kilometers down for the 0.46 from 12 noon. Then we have 12:04, a 0.46 as well, 6.8 kilometers down. This 0.35, 6.7 kilometers down just before lunch. Oh, we got him already. I wanted this guy. That is at 1:49 p.m. So 13:49, 7.2 kilometers down. And this guy over here, 6.6 kilometers down for the 0.56, also from right around that noon time. So something at noon changed, and maybe the lava workers had the bell turned up too loud and it caused a few tremors. Who knows? Let's see what this one is. And no, that's not Hekla, that's Hela. Right there. And if we look at that, that is 5.2. It's a 1.1 magnitude from 1500, 5.2 kilometers down. And let's continue on. Not too far away from Katla, we have this 1.47 at 2.3 kilometers down. It's actually from yesterday at 23:48. Sliding up a little bit more and looking around. There's Grimsvatn and Bardabunga, but let's see, this 0.66, 5.8 kilometers down from 4:24 a.m. The one right here at Grimsvatn is a 0.9. It is a 2.8 kilometers down from 11:32, and then we have this fairly fresh 1, and that is 1.1 kilometers down from 1939. So that's kind of what we have in that ice field. Going up a little bit more, looking at Astja, a little bit more traffic around there as well. And we won't go through all of them, just get a general idea. This 1.77, 3 kilometers down, and that is 9:25 a.m. This 0.9, 2.6 kilometers down, 15:07. This is 9:24 a.m. for this 0.95, 2.86 kilometers down, and then this 0.5, 2.4 kilometers down, and it was at 13:08. So a little bit of activity around Astja. That is always welcome to see, and kind of puts us in limbo though, going, is something going to happen? Ooh, there's stuff I didn't see before, and this is interesting. We have a 3.5, 10 kilometers down from 1918 today. That is very fresh, and let's see, we have a 3.1 up there too, 5.2 kilometers down from 1727. Then we have this other guy here, it'd be, what is it? Oh, no, that's not the right one. Yeah, it was the 3. There we go. 4.8 kilometers down, 20:06 was the time on that. So we are getting something, and you notice it's all along a line here. So that is telling you we've got some plate movement happening, and the plates are grinding together right now. This, of course, we looked at that bigger one. There was another 3 right here, and that is 16 kilometers down. 17:24 was the time on that one. Another 2.9, 5.9 kilometers down, 17 minutes after 1900, or 7:17 in the evening. And then the rest are a lot smaller, 1.89, 10 clicks down, 17:59. So it almost looks like we've got a whole rip open up here, and something has shifted or slid along. And basically, just so we kind of have that in mind, the North American plate and the Eurasian plate, I mean, yes, it's a what we call the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, and it's a place where we have things building up and outward. Pardon me. But we also have to remember it is what's referred to as a transverse ridge. So like it's basically sliding along. The two plates are sliding along each other, very, very similar to looking at the San Andreas fault, where you have the two plates sliding along. but we also have some twist out of because the plates are never sliding properly or equally all the time. One is possibly sliding out and twisting a little bit, very similar to what Piggy actually has in her area. Got the 5-minute warning, thank you, Piggy. Where she's on the Aegean plate, and what is it, the Anatolian plate that's right beside the Aegean plate is moving faster in the top end than it is on the bottom end, and it's kind of almost like it's twisting on a pivot, and that is kind of the same thing that is in a way happening with the North American and the Eurasian plate, although it be at a much slower rate. So these things are there though, and that's kind of what we see. So yep, a big shift, and that would, to me, what I would think when we're seeing this, we will probably see some other earthquakes further up and down the mid-Atlantic ridge. So probably won't be surprised if we do see those. Pigs in space, David. Astronomy Live with David Brewer is in the house. Welcome. Also, aloha, Kathy. Glad to have you here. And Trevor Wonky Donkey made it in as well. Alba Girl also here. And did I miss anyone else? I think I got most of you. Daryl, we got. And Marcel Weiss. Okay, now look at that. Looks interesting. Yeah, it does. This stuff up here, it's kind of all in a row too, and that to me is pretty awesome looking. And it's basically following the fault, and that is kind of exactly where these quakes are. They are following the fault lines, and that is a pretty awesome to see. Anyway, it'd be more awesome if we had lava. And I lava you. Oh, thanks, Kathy. Awesome. Okay, so that's what we've seen there. I just wanted to see if we could see those on the other map. Sorry for the blank screen here for a second. It takes them a little bit to redraw everything, and of course, let's see what they've got, because they only show the bigger ones. They show this 2.2 here. Of course, we looked at that already from that was yesterday's from 7 minutes after 8 p.m. In Iceland, 4.5 kilometers down. Let's zoom back out. I just want to zoom back in here for a second. So there is where our fissure actually is, and that's the Meridalia Valley for those who aren't quite familiar with it. And of course, this volcano is Ragnar, as we call it, and that is Fregarafjall, and it's in the Geldingadarler Valley. So that's what we've got. The latest quake was out here, and kind of made me wonder if we do still have some tubes in here that might be active. But let's zoom out here for a second. I'm more interested in the other stuff up on the north end, whether these guys caught it on their map. And they caught some of it from what I see, so that is good. Slightly different locations, but they didn't catch any of the threes, and I'm wondering why. So this is a 2.0 from today, 12:20, and 13.8 kilometers down. This other 2.2 here from 11:59, 10 kilometers down, and they're missing some that the other guys got. So kind of makes a guy wonder. And there you can kind of sort of see that ridge line that it followed, and that is definitely one of those slip areas for the plates to rub together or move apart, whichever they desire. So and again here as well, you can kind of see where, you know, it's bang, 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 going in right on the fault line. So definitely one of the plates is moving, or both, perhaps. I just don't have my measuring equipment to be able to tell. But need some laser stuff from some satellites, I think, to measure that correctly. But pretty cool though. And let's see. Okay. Anyway, looking at what else we got. Just about break time. So let's see if we can just pop back over. We'll put this one back on here so I can find this, and we'll pop back over to Iceland for now. It is break time. That is the present picture, but I will continue with showing you some lava anyway. If it happens to change and we get real lava, I will certainly put that on. And of course, this was from our August 14th recording that we had. So, and I'm very happy I did make a few recordings, a few more than I did with some of the previous volcanoes. And I'm very happy I did that. Anyway, for those good people who are enjoying the stream, by all means do hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And also, if you're new sitting on the sidelines, you want to get in there and chat a little. We are a very friendly bunch in here. Nobody bites much. You might get snout bopped, but you might have the krakens come after you, but other than that, everything should be perfectly safe and fine. You can enjoy chatting with the Lava family members. They are a wonderful group, definitely very nice. So welcome to everyone, and I am going to go on to that break. So hey, Linda Schoof, loving my Lava family. Thanks, Dr. Fox. You are welcome, Linda, and that is awesome. 8-month member there as well. So you're one of the ones with Piggy in that same group, one of the first ones, and that is really cool. All right, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in very hot Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, where we're setting records today. And anyway, I will be back in about 5 minutes after a break, and then we'll keep going. We'll see what else we got. All right, canned lava coming up. Or music, something like that. Okay, microphone off now. Click. Off. Click. And the microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And you're watching VolcanoX, a live stream. And thank you from Sue Hayes there. That's awesome. And old Mummy of Hamster says, welcome back, Uncle Doc. Thanks and welcome. Thank you, Piggy, for the welcome back there as well. That is awesome. And Henry had a good question, Colin. You said you got the car packed, and that is important. But do you have fuel in the gas tank? Did you check the oil? And are the tires okay? Hopefully they're not flat. Silly little questions, right? Thank you, Sharon Stewart saying, I can hear you. Dr. Fox, okay, that is good. Yes, check. Okay. Excellent. Water for the windscreen, Colin. Water? We use windshield washer fluid. Battery charged. Did you leave the lights on too long? Need a boost? Oh boy, that's going to be trouble. We'll have them all fixed up in no time. It's nice to have an uncle who isn't a drunkle. Okay, long story. All right, glad to hear that, old Mummy of Hamsters. And yeah, I don't consume any of that, so we're good. Definitely good. I got enough issues as is. I don't need to add to it. Anyway, it is lava that we're observing here. Some of you may not have seen any of this footage. This was, of course, recorded in the wee hours and off hours while I was not streaming. And it is some of the footage I figured we'd get here just to have something to look at. And this is actually a 4-hour chunk that I had recorded on the 14th, and pretty cool. And Doc is a funkle. Funkle? Oh boy. Fun uncle. Funkle. Oh boy. A fun uncle. You mean like one that would pin the tail on a donkey? Run, Trev, run. I just started something evil. Okay, anyway, let's get back at our real volcano, and we'll see what we can do here. So, and we'll turn that little thing off down on the bottom. Okay, let's see, is that up to date? I gotta just double check that and verify. Yep, that is live. So that is definitely live, up to date, and that is what we're seeing there right now at the Siggy Fisher. We do see that smoke billowing from the right-hand side coming across. It's possible we may have a moss fire on the edge, or we have some of the, as things are cooling, some of the cooler lava hitting the hot lava still and causing some of that smoke. So that could be a possibility as well. Hypothetical. Don't know for sure. Okay, or a volcano is still sleeping. Well, it is for right now. It's not throwing anything out, but if it does wake up, we'll definitely figure it out and do what we can to be on the air and make sure we broadcast it as long as we have some coverage of some sort. So very cool. Anyway, let's carry on with other places around the world. And this, of course, is Iceland. Let's go down. Actually, before we do that, I want to do something myself here. I had to redo a bunch of things, and I was just kind of curious. And wanted to look at this map. Now, I don't see anything on this map showing anything that we had for quakes in the last 7 days. We know yesterday we had that quake here in the Azores, And I'm curious if on the other map we are seeing something. By the way, we had a 4.1 quake in Los Angeles, which was not very common, and looks like they're not reporting the larger one here in the Azores either. So my thoughts of something on the mid-Atlantic ridge, other than way down on the bottom here, 4.5 at South Sandwich Islands, is kind of the only thing that we have on there. Oh, hang on, what's this up here? 2.2 happened yesterday. Didn't see this one before, from 315, 20 kilometers down, and that's Jan Mayen Island region. So that may be an indicator we may see more here than if, like I say, if the plates are actually slipping or moving. We should be seeing some more tremors further out in both directions, north and south, on the mid-Atlantic ridge of coming away from Iceland. We'll see what happens in the future. Anyway, just wanted to pop over there. But let's, speaking of Azores, let's go and have a look there, see what we've got cooking, and hopefully they'll have something going on. Of course, you can see the harbor lights here and the little town lights. They'll turn on the roadway lights here pretty quick, and it'll be pretty neat to see if they do it at the right point in time. You'll actually see the lights on the sides of the street. It's kind of neat to see. Anyway, right where the big lump is there of cloud, that is Mount Montana, and that is Pico Island, and you can just see a little bit of Fayal Island right there. So that gives you kind of an idea, and it's about 18 kilometers across in between Sao George, the one we're on, over to Pico Island, and that'll help you out with where we are. Anyway, let's have a look at our little cove that we always use to kind of measure how rough the seas are. Not overly bad. You can see a little bit of splashing against the big rock, and there you can see the water pounding in on the beach, and not too bad. We are not seeing any big white caps out here, so fairly calm seas, and not so bad for them right now. Popping on to the earthquake scene, let's make that a little wider. We'll have a look. And we actually do see two today, and there is a 1.9 happen at 13:47, and then the other one is a 1.8 happen at 14:22. So those are both on Sao George. Hard to tell exactly where they are because of the cluster of everything being in the same area. Let's try the other map here. We're going to redo that, and we'll make that map a little bit bigger so we can see it. We see one out here 18 hours ago, 2.6 way out, and again that is on part of the ridge. Up on the top here, Eurasian plate, and down on the bottom here is the African plate, and this is the zone in between where things are slipping and sliding along. And then we have this guy out here 26 minutes ago. We see a 2.3 in magnitude, and then we have 20 hours ago a 2.9 right there, and that kind of replaces the other one, I think, and that was there as well, at least partially maybe, but that is right on the mid-Atlantic ridge. And zooming in here to our wonderful Sao George Island. There we go. The one is just about down in that harbor, 2.2, and 6 hours ago, actually, let's zoom in. It is down in the harbor. It's right in the middle of the pathway to get into the harbor, so that is pretty funky looking, and hopefully that's not an indicator. That would not be a good place for an eruption, definitely not. And of course 7 hours ago the other 2.2 according to them, so they again have different sizes than what we were looking at. But yeah, that is interesting because the airport is right here, and that is their primary harbor. So kind of makes you wonder what would happen there if that is the case. Hopefully we don't see anything major going on there. And they do have another harbor way up here. If we look at this, it's not quite as big, but similar stuff. And I think this is actually the one that we are looking at. And I'm not sure where that cove is. The cove may be over here. I don't know. I'll have to. I was trying to find it the other day. I couldn't decipher exactly where it is. It might even be right here in this little spot, but not sure. They all look alike in these places, but it's cool and neat. They do have some very interesting geology there, so pretty awesome. It's not over here for sure as far as the cove is concerned, and I don't believe it's this guy unless I don't see that rock here, so I don't think this is it. And I don't know. Maybe we'll figure it out. And Steve Van Dever, hey Dr. Fox, will be in our 1 year special about Kilauea on the 29th of September. I didn't have one, but I don't know. I don't know if Two Pineapples maybe has something planned. I have no idea yet. Maybe I'll chat with him about that and see. Yvonne Kunkel, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And nice to have you there. But anyway, so yeah, the two quakes, both on this side, unfortunately, and very close to that harbor, makes you kind of wonder what the heck is going on, especially considering the uplift. Most of the uplift was on the other side, the northern side of the island, and you know, from what we had seen from the original satellite images and stuff when they did their measurements. And I kind of wonder why we're seeing them all over here, but hey, maybe it's just pushing up there and it'll ooze out over here eventually. But for right now, we're not seeing a heck of a lot there, but that is it, you guys. So I'll leave it as that for the Azores, and there you go. There's that shot of the harbor, and yeah, the street lights here, when they come on, they look pretty awesome. I'll have to wait until they get them going again. It's like neon lights on the sides or something. Really cool. All right, we'll carry on. Let's have a quick peek and see if we can see Popocatépetl today. Popocatépetl has been playing the game of hide in the gray, and it has been doing a wonderful job at that. And let's see, can we see it at all? No, I think we are out of luck. No views of Popocatépetl, and boy, oh boy, that is telling us that weather in Mexico is not that nice. Ooh, almost some clear skies. What do we have there? No, nothing. Close, but no cigar, and not clearing enough to get a visual. Anyway, a little later on there, picked up a little bit, but not by much. And then back about 49 minutes ago, back completely in the soup. And that's what we've got there. I'm going to put that back to live, and we'll go to the other camera here. And that one allows us to go back to about 12 hours ago, 11 and a half hours ago. And that is kind of what we were seeing there. Let's see if that improves a bit. There we go. Anyway, a multi-stacked lenticular clouds, love it. Pancake clouds, UFO clouds, whatever you want to call it. And they look pretty awesome. And that is, of course, on top of Popocatépetl. And that I like. It looks neat. And let's see what else we got here. if we keep going, do we have golden times, or did the clouds kill us right after that? I think the clouds basically did us in. Yep, too many clouds. Just going ahead here, just scanning across, and I don't think we're going to get much visibility at all. There's a couple times where it almost opens up enough that you can see, but then the clouds come right back in. And yeah, I think we're not going to see too much in Mexico today, unfortunately. And that is kind of it in the soup. So that does not surprise us, because they do have some very, very bad weather off the coast. Going over here, I just want to see if no fuego at all today either. And let's see, I'm going a little further south, and this is in Nicaragua, and of course that is Cerro Negro, and that this morning it was pluming off pretty nicely. You could see it, but very little, or very hard to see right now. There may be some coming up. That's just kind of heat and a little bit of smoke, but nothing major. So in an off-gassing state, you can kind of sort of see the outline of it. But this morning, they must have had some moisture in there. You could see it. It was really quite steamy and neat looking. Next volcano on our list is, of course, this is Masaya, and that is also in Nicaragua. And we can see the caldera there. And of course, it's doing about the same thing. Some smoke blowing off. You can see a little bit of it, but not as much, since it is daytime and looks like the wind is blowing in the other direction. A little bit hazy out here yet, so high humidity probably because of all the rains that they've been getting in the area. And let's carry on here. We got a few more minutes, popping over, and it is just about 4 a.m. there in wonderful Java. And let's see if we can improve that picture just a little from where are we? Not that guy, this guy. Let's see, 720. No, I don't think it's going to get any better than what it is, and that's all we've got. I can't do much with it, but that looks not bad. We can see some stars, definitely see those wonderful clouds in the foreground. I'm going to try to find some lava here backing up a little bit, and I don't know if that's lava there or not. Well, maybe kind of a tiny speck right there, and we do see a little, so that is pretty close to being live lava. And I think this thing had some layers as well. I don't know if it was trying to build a lenticular cloud as well, but that lava wasn't there earlier. Let's see if we can back up a little bit more and possibly see some more of it. And hang on, right about here. No, not seeing anything there. So unfortunately, yeah, we're not going to see a heck of a lot more here, I don't think, with the way everything was. It just not throwing out as much material as what we were watching before in life. So gonna leave that one be. Let me see if Semaru is still there, or is it still yeah, I'm gonna see if we can get on there. Hopefully it'll work. And they've been having problems with that stream a lot. Yeah, we're not gonna see much. It's yeah, I'll let you look at it. You decide, is that worthy of looking at? And then it starts buffering, and I think they've got a problem with it. A little earlier, that's what it was looking like, so not too bad. But that was the only time it was visible, just for a little time. Oh, hang on, there might be actually a little eruption in here. there is. Hey, that is very, very nice. We see a little bit of lava coming out. And that, of course, of 2:51 a.m. Down there in, it'd be East Java is where this is located. So we do actually see a little bit of an eruption from Semeru to today, and that is awesome. Oh wait, hang on, that's tomorrow. We see it tomorrow. They are in the future, and we are in the past. And never mind. They're already on Sunday in some places. Yes, Yvonne, calm down. It's lava. Hey, you better hurry up and get to Iceland and kick-start that thing, okay? We need Siggy. You are going to have to really, really push. Etna and Siggy are the lazy ones at the moment. Yeah, you're really going to have to do that. 2 minutes to midnight here. Ooh, yeah, I guess it would be. So, take the whip. Okay, excellent. Yeah, you can get that through customs, right? If they ask what's it for, you just tell them, well, I got to whip some lava workers. Oh, boy. Kind of reminds me of when I bought that bullwhip down in Mexico and brought it back. First thing the customs guys, what are you going to use that for? I said, to whip people. What do you think? Anyway, so yeah, that's it for what we were seeing earlier at Semeru. And the rest of it was basically in the clouds for the most part. And I'm just double checking here to see if we did have any other visuals popping up that I wasn't aware of. But yeah, we do have about 6.5 hours ago. The clouds did part a little bit, and they did try to do a zoom in. Oh, hang on. Maybe we have something a little further back here. This is 6 hours, 52 minutes ago. And yeah, we see they are zoomed into it, and we do have a little bit of glow there, and some aliens flying by, and stuff. I wonder if we can see some lava. I'm going to advance it till we get to the lava, and see if that'll help. Yeah, it should be right there. Any second now, maybe 10 seconds more. There we go. It lights up. So yeah, so that's actually from 2025 yesterday / today. I know, so confusing going over that international date line. But yeah, I don't think there was actually any major lava pour, but at least it popped up and lit the cone up a little bit in the crater. So pretty awesome to see, and that is all right. Oh, Poppet is coming. All right, I'm going to put it back to live on this one, and then I am going to put it back to Iceland because that is where we have the canned lava. Of course, that is, I do believe that is live. Let me double check and make sure. And yep, that is live, and we are seeing smoke coming from the other side now. That is interesting. But I'm going to return you to some canned lava for right now, and that is this wonderful stuff. So for those good people who have not yet hit the like button, please help us out and give it a quick shot. Also, if you're new and you're sitting on the sidelines, you want to chat, you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, by all means, give it a quick bop, and it doesn't cost you anything. Also, hit that like button, and same thing. It is really does help us out, and it's the very inexpensive way to support the stream. So thank you. All right, don't worry. It will take time until Poppet's in Canada. Yeah, I got a minute or so. Poppet is using that teleporter. Takes a little longer, and I'll be back in a few minutes, you guys. Keep smiling, be good, and here comes some music for you, and we're all good. And hang on, we'll put a different song on. There you go. All right, I'm going. He's pointing up. Why are you pointing up, Steve? All right, I'm going. Break time. I'll be back. And I am back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and this is a VolcanoX live stream. Welcome back, Daddy Foxy. Thanks, Biggie. And thanks, Sue Hayes and Albert Girl, and Yvonne Kunkel, and Kevin Haynes. I really appreciate the welcome backs, you guys, and that is awesome. Sasha also says welcome back. Thank you. And very, very good. Okay, let's stop our wonderful lava here. And we will go over. It is bacon seed time, you guys. So let's go do our thing. Welcome, James Bong. I didn't see you earlier there, I think. But anyway, this was the last bacon seed from yesterday. So we do have some new ones. Let's Sharon Sturt says, I hear you, Dr. Fox. Thanks for the lava reruns. Love lava of all sorts. Okay, good. I'm happy. It is nice. Anyway, here's your bush bacon and pork, I guess. Bacon and no, pork and beans. Is that pork and beans? Anyway, I'm not sure. It does look like pork and beans, perhaps. But I don't know. I think this one might have eaten the beans and didn't see bacon seeds for a long time. Okay, well, there's one for you now, and I think this one may have eaten all those beans that were in there, so you definitely get pork and beans in one package. And that is really good. Yep, sleepyhead. After eating a whole can of pork, or sorry, a whole can of beans, I'd be sleepy too. Anyway, let's carry on. We'll start sending them to you again, Yvonne. Oh, okay. And here's a little one waiting to take a bath, and that is really, really cute. I really, really like that. And that is how small is this thing? And yep, it's in the sink waiting for a bath. Going to get a bath. And that is pretty wild. Okay, let's carry on. We'll get to our next one. And this is one of the Cabbage Patch Kids. Oh, gotta love it. I remember this one. He was eating that cabbage yesterday. So we know what's going on here. And that is very, very cool. So that is, yeah, it's a Cabbage Patch Piggy. And definitely, I like it. Okay, let's see what we've got next. And that is this little snuggly fella. And he's kind of on that nice soft blanket, and he's enjoying it, all stretched out. That is pretty awesome looking. I think that little piggy is happy laying there like that. So very, very nice. And yep, pretty cool. And let's see what else we got. And I like this one too. That one's got a piggy pillow, and definitely enjoys standing up on its piggy pillow or sitting on it. So that is a very, very nice looking little bacon seed. And yep, definitely worthy. I like it. I got the piggy pillow? Oh, you got that piggy pillow. That's cool. So that's you standing on there. Oh, awesome. I like it. And that is pretty neat. And let's go to our last one here for today. And this is the last bacon seed. And of course, watching all this, I think you would normally get hungry, and if you don't have any crayons to eat, you have to compromise and have some Chinese noodles. So that is definitely a a bowl full. I don't know how well that piggy can handle the chopsticks, but definitely worthy of giving it a shot. So that is it for today. Thank you very much, Piggy, for those wonderful bacon seeds. As usual, you've done a wonderful job, and yeah, it's a piggy noodle. Oh, gotta love it, and thank you kindly, Piggy. Yep, very happy face. If you had a whole bowl full of noodles, you'd have a happy face too, and especially if they were right in front of you and they're good, taste good. So it's like, I'm gonna pig right out here. So, oh, he's gonna pig out on noodles. Anyway, it's funny. Animals do like noodles. A lot of them do. Dogs will eat spaghetti without a problem. Noodles with pork and beans. Yep, that could be it, JB, and welcome. Anyway, let's carry on, take a look and see if we can find any other volcanoes around the world. Let's see, we already looked at Semeru. We looked at Merapi, we looked at Popocatépetl, and we looked at the Azores. Let's see what we can find in maybe Japan. Let's have a look and see. Both ice cream boats are there. You can go down and get ice cream. Yay! And remember, it's the road right here. It goes down here, turn left at the lights, and down to the dock. You'll see them. They're right down there. There's two of them there right now. One might be getting ready to leave, though. So you better hurry. Go get your ice cream. Sherbet. Sherbet? Surely you want sherbet. Yeah. Okay. Let's. That's pretty cool. We do have the close-up of Sakurajima, and looking at it, it looks like it's calmed down a little bit. We don't see as much of a billowing area around the top of the crater. So I'm thinking this thing has probably calmed a little bit. The close-up cam, of course, I'm not giving us a very good picture, so we'll leave that alone. And that's it for Sakurajima for right now. Moving on, let's take a look up at Aso. It is further up on the mainland there, and Aso is not very visible. The caldera is up here. You can see there's possibly some steam coming up and out of it, but we have all these clouds zipping across. And okay, Yvonne, be right back, she says. No worries. Anyway, that is kind of what we're seeing at ASO, so not too much going on there either. And let's move on to the next one. And very hard to tell what is happening there. And of course, it's because of all the storms that they've had in that area. And of course, this area here, where Suwanoshi-jima is down south in one of the southern islands of Japan, that super typhoon is probably still churning away just to the south there, and causing it to be so cloudy. I don't know if we could see anything in the wee hours here. We'll just go back a little bit and just do a little test. And we don't see any pink in there at all. Maybe earlier. And no, I don't see any. That is about 5 hours ago. This is about 7 hours ago. And we do see a little bit of a pinkish haze there, but not much. And if we go back a little more, there's the moon out there, but we see a little pink, a little up too high here, but as far as really seeing any lava, there is none visible, and we'll leave that, put it back to live, and likely some off-gassing happening here by the looks of the color of this cloud and this area right here, but really nothing noticeable that we can confirm because we're so far away, and it's hard to tell what's really going on there. Anyway, back to Sakurajima for a minute, and there we see the ice cream boats are still there, and you should have gotten your ice cream by now. Let's see if Ta'al is working, and I had to restart my computer this morning, by the way, so there was lots of stuff having issues. And yep, we do have Ta'al. Hopefully that'll work. There it is. And that is, of course, courtesy of Ta'al meditation. And we are in the wee hours, and it hasn't clouded over yet, but you see the clouds coming up top here. But we don't see anything coming off of the volcano. There's no off-gassing, no billowing clouds or anything like that. So all pretty quiet there for right now, and that of course is Ta'al in the Philippines. That is inside Ta'al Lake, and that's kind of what we're seeing. Really nothing happening. Welcome back, Yvonne. Glad that you made it back. Nothing at all, just so you know. All right. Let's carry on. We will maybe pop over to Hawaii. And no, hang on. Where are we going? Let's see where this next button takes us. Oh, Jellystone, Yellowstone National Park. And let's see, what are they looking at? Sasquatches. And they're panning the camera around a little bit, of course, in search of Sasquatches. And that's what they're doing. Hang on, I just seen one in the foreground. They cut away from it. Why did they do that? There he is. Whoa, darn it, they keep moving the camera away from him. He was on the sidewalk. He was right behind these people. Maybe that's him hiding in the back there. He's going the other way. Darn it. Every time they put a Sasquatch on there, we miss him. So anyway, of course, that is Yellowstone National Park. There are over 500 active geysers in that park. And if you type in the shortcut Yellowstone, it'll bring up the link for this website, and you can actually scroll down and get a complete listing of the geysers, as well as a map with various locations. So pretty awesome looking. Just heard a weird noise out there. What the heck was that? Hang on. Okay, that was really odd, and looked like a branch just fell off the tree all by itself. I wonder if there was a bird or something on it. Maybe the squirrel. I have no idea, but it's laying on the sidewalk now. It sounded weird. Really strange things. I don't know what's going on, but oh well. Not going to worry about it. It wasn't a big branch, but I could definitely hear it crashing down, and it sounded like it broke off, so something had to force it a little bit. Pardon me. Anyway, Yellowstone, yeah, a tree ghost. That's possible. That's possible. Let's see, how much time we got? We got enough time. Let's go to Hawaii. And there we go. Trying to get myself on the right spot here. There we go. Very interesting looking. Again, a neon color. Managed to get the toe glowing as well. Some sparkly scenes there. I like that neon look to the lava pond. And of course, this lava pond is inside the crater of Kilauea. And that is what we're seeing. It seems to have a lava tube in here feeding it all the time. These spots that are brighter are places where the lava is draining out. The lava is coming in on this end here, and draining in different locations that you see the lighter material at. And that, of course, is caused by gas bubbles bubbling up. So that would basically kind of break the surface, the crusted over surface area, because it's not really thick crust at that point yet. And it would show up very, very brightly. Thank you for the 5-minute warning, Piggy. And let's go to the picture of what it looks like right now. And there we go. That is current time, 11:16 a.m. And of course, down here is where the lava comes in. You can kind of sort of see the flow pattern here. And when that gets too full, it ends up shifting over to the other sides. And again, you can see these lighter spots where the lava is disappearing from. And of course, the gas bubbles bubbling up and creating those open sores, if you will, almost. But there's the toe area, and that is pretty cool looking. We do still see a lot of cracking in here, letting us know that this whole piece in here has kind of subsided just a little bit. You can even see it on the other side here. So this whole chunk in here could come out and drop in or do something like that. But it's interesting. I never noticed this cracking on this side before. But now that we see it, that could be from all the way around here. So we could get a much, much bigger lava pond in the future. You never know. Anyway, let's get on to the next picture. This one from 1:47 a.m. We don't see that really, really bright spot we did yesterday, right up in the front here. That's cooled off. Primary vent, of course, is right about here. This is where our little divider is, and the lava tube that allows it to flow into the lava pond. We do see a couple of glow spots, but nothing serious. And refreshing, there you go in daylight, and that looks actually not bad. We can see a primary vent. There's where our little divider is, and of course the lava tube has a couple of vents in it itself, allowing some gas to escape as the lava goes back into that lava pond. You can certainly see the area around here, the darker material, that is raised up a lot higher, and I notice it's shrinking. It seems to be shrinking more and more. But what's happening is, as far as that area, it's actually floating on a lava bed underneath here. And you can see it definitely looks lower on the edges, and that is absolutely correct. So this is an elevated area, and that is because of the lava level going up and down in the caldera. And it's basically, it's a floating island is what it is. I don't recommend going on it, but that is what we've got there. So let's look one more time here. This is from the other side of the caldera, of course, again from 1:41 a.m. And we can see fairly well there. There's the toe area, lava pond, primary vent. We can't see anything there for the little divider or anything, but we know the lava tube comes out here and flows in these directions. It's pretty awesome. Let's look at it in today daylight hours. There we go. And again, primary vent, lava pond. Very hard to see the toe. It is right there, so that's all right. And looking right here, you can see the old Pig Island still holding in there. Wow, thank you, Maria, and welcome, Maria. That is very awesome of you, and I do appreciate that wonderful 20 Swedish kroner super chat. So that is cool. Thank you very kindly, Maria Damatoma. Anyway, Pig Island right there floating on, and it's floating with the rest of it now with that raised area. And again, here you can see how much it actually drops off, and the edges are quite drop as far as elevation. And that's probably where you notice the sinking first as the level goes down within the caldera. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the near future with this. Of course, the overall that level has continued to go up. So we're going to see what happens. Hopefully it'll be all cool. And this looks so cool. Why, you're welcome. And let's have a look. And of course, that was from the wee hours of the morning at, oh, hang on, that wasn't the wee hours. That was yesterday at 15:44. That one didn't get refreshed for some reason. Anyway, that's where that lava had poured out, what we had observed, right? And that should be all cool by now. That was, of course, the second day, and we did see these ends here are newer, so that's kind of what we had. But let's refresh that one, see what it looks like right now. And there you go. You can see all the way around the edge. It is lighter, and that is, of course, because there's fresher, hotter lava underneath that area. And of course, this is old and thick and crusty, so that may be up to 4 or 5 meters thick in some places. And that is a rough guess based on what we see when the level goes down inside the actual pond here. So I'm not sure how thick that really is, but it's got to be fairly thick, especially where that Pig Island is sitting. That's got to be 6 or 7 meters, if not thicker. So that's a lot of weight to be floating on top of a pond or lava down below. Anyway, we see that most of this has cooled off, and that is pretty good, but it's still quite hot, so it wouldn't take much for it to turn back to a liquidy state and get a little more runny if we got more magma coming up underneath. It does kind of look like we had a little bit of a drop here in a level, but nothing too serious. Okay, that is it for the basics of Hawaii. It is break time again. I am going to go take that break, so please hang in there. I'm going to give you some more canned lava. No, that's not the footage. This is. So we'll continue on with looking at what we had recorded from the 14th of August, and that is a little bit of that lavely lava to make the break go by. And for those people who are here, if you have not yet hit that like button, please do hit it and help us out, trying to at least get up to 100 likes today. I know it's Saturday. A lot of people are out doing shopping and various other things, so we have a little less as far as people within the community here, but that is all right. And what else was I going to add? Oh, I guess that's it. If you haven't subscribed, you might want to consider doing that as well. On that friendly note, I'm your host, DrFox2000, and JB says, no shopping here. I'm allergic to it. Me too. Oh, what are you doing with that pin, JB? Just questioning that a little, kind of wondering. Anyway, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I am going to take a 5-minute break and ponder what JB's doing with that push pin. I will be back. Keep smiling. Here comes some music. Thanks. And there we go. I've got the microphone back on, and that is awesome. That's hot, Dr. Fox. Yep, for Edmonton, it is very hot. I can understand Joseph having that down in Texas, but for us here, this is not a place where we get a 93, 94, 95 degrees on a normal basis. Okay, I'm off to bed now. Have a great day/night, everyone. See you tomorrow. Good night, Yvonne. Take care and all the best. Sleep well. And that is okay. We had 26, I think. Okay, no worries, Hermione. That is cool. Sharon says, I hear you, and Dr. Fox, and thank you, everyone, for the welcome backs. Do appreciate that, you guys. That is awesome. Mars 2028 is also back in the channel. Cool. And did I say hi to James Bong? Welcome, and DJ, of course. I got you earlier there, but all good. So yeah, you guys, welcome, and glad to have you all on board here. We are in our last half hour, and we'll see what we can do. Laura came in. Aloha, Laura. I'm glad to have you on board. And let's get over and have a look at what we were going to do here. First off, earthquakes in Hawaii. And then I will take a look at the rest of the world and see what we've got going on. Anyway, let's stop our canned lava here. That is from the 14th, of course. Stop that. There we go. Okay. Whoa, hang on. Why is there so much smoke from behind our volcano? Hang on. Let's also remove that. This is live, by the way. That is what we're looking at. And we see a bunch of smoke here. This is weird. This is, of course, a Siggy Fisher in Maridalia, and we see that smoke. That is more than usual, and that is something weird going on. Hey, welcome, Grandma B. Glad to have you on board, and thank you kindly for that $3 super chat. That is awesome, Grandma B, and welcome. I'm just writing that down. Thanks, I appreciate it. And yeah, that's a little interesting. Very smoky back there. I don't know. Is that a sign? Are we going to see something? Are we going to have a second stream later? We'll see. If it does erupt, I will come back on. That is for sure. So. We're going to keep an eye on that and see what happens. It looks like that smoke is drifting in from the left-hand side, though. Unfortunately, that picture is a little tight there. We can't really tell. And none of the other cameras are there anymore doing their thing. So kind of wonder what we're going to do with that. Anyway, let's go over and have a look at the Hawaiian earthquakes. As this thing changes over, there we go, and there we are, our Hawaiian island chain, and let's zoom in a little bit, and the first thing I noticed was over here on Mauna Kea, we have this 2.2 happen at 8:22 a.m., 16.7 kilometers down, so very interesting, and things that make you go, but that is there. Looks like we have a fair amount of activity in the area. We'll take them one at a time here. We'll start off over here in Pahala and just see what we've got. So won't call out depths because they are all between about 29 and 36 kilometers down roughly, but unless they're unusual. So 1.8 from 1355 today. These are Hawaiian time, by the way. This is a little bit bigger, 30 kilometers down, yeah, 1855. That's actually yesterday's. This guy is 2.6 from yesterday as well at 2122. And the one right downtown Pahala here is 2.2, and that happened at 3:42 a.m. their time. And let's see, we don't want to miss anything here, so let's grab this guy from yesterday as well. 23:44 was the time on it, at 2.5, and then this guy 2.2 from this morning at 2:24 a.m. Going up the hill a little bit more here. We see a 1.8 from yesterday at 16:38. This is a 2.0 from today at 8:01 a.m. And going up the hill a little bit more, 2.1. Yesterday's 21:56 was the time on that guy, and 2.0, 6:27 this morning for him. So that is very interesting. We'll get to these when we take a look at Kilauea. But let's go up on Mauna Loa. There's Mauna Loa's on top of Mauna Loa. And I think we will start with this one. 2.6. Yesterday's at 17:34. And we already went through the minus 1.8 kilometers depth. This one is also from 0.8 of a kilometer, so 800 meters above sea level, well within the mountain there, the volcano itself. Anyway, 2.0 from 10:15 a.m. Sliding over here and getting these other ones as we go. 1.9, and that is 1.4 kilometers below sea level, 40 minutes after midnight. This guy here is from, let's see, yesterday at 16:20, 6.7 kilometers down, and that happened at, 2.0. It happened. Yeah, it's there. Never mind. 1.9, we got that guy, and we want to get this one here, 1.8, and that happened at 13:07, 9.9 kilometers down. This guy is a 2.0 from 7:52 a.m. at 10.9 kilometers down. Very interesting. And let's have a look at these ones out here. This one is a 2.1 from 9:21 today, 0.9 kilometers for minus 0.9. So it's up into the surface, pretty close to the surface, I guess, as far as the depth, 9:21 a.m. And this guy, 1.9, yesterday's at 19:07. Then we have this 2.0, and that is 1:21 a.m., 4.1 kilometers down. Just want to zoom out, make sure nothing else on the corner. All right, we will zoom into Kilauea now. And we've noticed that we are getting an increase in activity as far as we haven't seen this many quakes right underneath Kilauea for a little while. So very cool to see that. 2.2 happened yesterday at 21:55, and it says 0 right at sea level. So that is where that happened, and that is pretty interesting. And of course, there's the older view of the caldera, and of course it is a much higher as far as that level is concerned right now. A matter of fact, it's almost to the edge in here, of just a few meters below this rim right in here. So that gives you a pretty good idea of the depth. So if you figure it out, it's quite deep, and that's pretty awesome. So hopefully we'll see some more rise in levels there, and we'll see a slow eruption with nice lava flows out of there. Let's carry on and take a look around the rest of the planet, see what else we had for quakes that were sizable. First, the ones I'm looking for, of course, first is the red ones, and we don't see too many. But I do have a question for Piggy if she felt any more of these here, because we do have this one here, a 5.3, that happened yesterday, 22:13, was about 10.1 kilometers down. and that would have been fairly close to Piggy Cosses here. This is down by Crete, so 5.3 is a pretty big size. It should have been feelable. And then we also have this one, 2 felt, 3 days. Okay, 3 today, 2 felt, 3 today. Okay. Then we have this 4.2 from 11/16, and that might be one of them. This is another one here, 2.4, and that is from 10:57, 10 kilometers down. And then we have another one right there. That is a 4.4, also in Greece, 9.3 kilometers down from 2:27 a.m. Piggy's local time, I guess, and that is kind of in that area. We do see this guy. Remember, we had the other one up here yesterday. So, yep, we now have a 4.5 to the north of Iceland on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. And remember what I was explaining earlier, that these, because it's a transverse plate, it's shifting or sliding along in certain spots, and that is definitely indicating some movement. And since we have that one there, we have all the little ones on both sides of Iceland, and then we have this guy here. I would suspect that we will see some more movement somewhere going up the rest of the ridge there, and possibly some more coming up down to perhaps this corner or point at, I'm not sure again which way things are actually shifting, and hopefully it's not going to affect things too much. I did notice a slightly larger quake here, 4.4, Virgin Islands. They don't usually get those larger ones, but that is definitely there. This is Puerto Rico, and where we always get that swarm, so not going to worry about these other ones. 3.9, 3.1, and 3.6 and Virgin Island area. And of course, off the coast of, it looks like Costa Rica and thereabouts, 4.4, 10 kilometers down for that guy from 10:29 a.m. Then we also have a 5.0 Costa Rica as well from 53 minutes after midnight, 15.4 kilometers down. Going down a bit, small ones, 4.5 in Chile, 4.6 in Peru. Not going to worry so much about those. I'm sorry. And looking here, Fiji has a 4.8. Then we have a couple more right along here. Vanuatu, a 4.7 and a 4.6. And then we get into Papua New Guinea, and we see the 6.1. And that is a sizable quake. Hopefully everyone there is doing okay. And they would have felt that throughout these islands, and even the northern portions of Australia. So that's very, very interesting to see that guy there. This is, of course, where Luolatok is right about here. So we keep seeing these guys doing their thing. Indonesia 4.4 and sliding out a little bit. We don't see anything else on East Java. And we see this little guy, 4.6, in what Maluka Sea area. Didn't realize they called it something, but anyway, there it is, 57.8 kilometers down from 3:19 a.m. Sliding up past Japan. Most of the areas are pretty quiet. We do have this 5.4 up here. It actually says Kuril Islands, but we know that's kind of Japan. Anyway, 29.2 kilometers down, 5.4 magnitude. And then we also have a 4.9, 38 kilometers down from yesterday at 2016, sorry, and 4.5 from 23:20 at 59.5 kilometers down. One over here in the Aleutian Islands, a little smaller, 4.1, and that happened at 2:24 a.m., 45.9 kilometers down. And that is kind of it for that area. And again, the other ones, of course, are here in Greece, and this definitely 5.3 raises eyebrows. Same thing with these other ones. They're sizable quakes, so 4.2, 4.4. Definitely I feel those. And then, of course, we remember we had that 5.5 up here just a few days back. So things are on the move there, and that may mean we're going to see some more shakers in the very near future. And again, this is just so we have it clear here. That's this is called a microplate. It's the Aegean microplate, and this over here is the Anatolian microplate. And of course, that is being pushed up by the Arabian plate, and the Arabian plate is pushing the back end up, so we're getting slower movement here. This is kind of the pivot point, and the material on the top is pushing down faster than the stuff on the bottom, so this is sliding over, and that's kind of what we are seeing there for right now. Give it a few million years, it'll break open here, and we'll have some more open sea. The Mediterranean will, I think that's the Black Sea, if I'm not mistaken, or the Red Sea. I don't know which one's which here, but we'll have an opening in here and a major flood. All right, let's pop over and have a quick look at the Canary Islands, see if there's anything new happening there. Gonna refresh this one before we go any further, and get that on the screen. There we go. We don't see anything flashing there right now, and don't see anything up top. Let's zoom in on our wonderful La Palma. We do see this guy out here in the water, and that is the latest one. It's a 2.6. It's quite a distance out from La Palma, but you can see it's 29 kilometers down. Happened at 1655. That was the Black Sea. Okay, thanks, Mars. Yeah, I couldn't remember which one was which. The one is the Red Sea, the other one's the Black Sea, so got it. All right. Anyway, zooming in a little bit and getting that other one off the map. Let's see what we got left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 of them. So down near the tip of the island, that one is 17 kilometers down, 34 minutes after midnight. And then we have another one 34 minutes after midnight, just about the same time, or about 20 seconds later. And we see that is just up the coast a little bit. And then about a minute later, we see a 1.5 kind of back towards the southern end. That is 14 kilometers down. The other one was 11, by the way. And then this one is 9 kilometers down. Only a 0.8, though. Happened at 2:01 a.m. and 9 kilometers down. That one, I have no idea why it would be there, but close to the lava flows, but not involved in them, from Cumbre Vieja. And then this 1.2, and that is 2:34 a.m., 16 kilometers down, a little deeper than normal. It's kind of odd, but interesting nonetheless. Makes a guy wonder. 2:34 a.m. for that 1.2. And then also another 1.2, 11 kilometers down, towards the southern end of the island again. And that was at 3:52 a.m. And that's it for La Palma. And if we slide over, we don't see anything else. They're not letting us go up on the map at all. Oh, hang on. There we go. What's this? 2.7. There we go. That's where my star went. I was wondering about that. Anyway, that happened at, let's see, whose time are they using? Canary time. 1924 is the time on that. It is a 2.7. It's 180 kilometers down. That is very deep, and that is interesting because you don't typically see them that deep in that area, and kind of makes a guy wonder. We also see this guy here, and that is, what do we got? That is the bottom one here, 96 kilometers down. It's a 3.2. The other one is 2.8. No depth on that one. 15:38 was the time on that one today. And if we kill that, what was the other one here? That's a 3.6, a little further out. And that was, again, no depth indicated. So that's pretty hard. At 2:29 a.m. There we go. And again, what this is, of course, the Azores, and then you have your dividing line in between here. As things are shifting and pivoting and moving and stuff like that, that's actually kind of interesting that these guys are down here, because that would indicate that there is something moving in the Eurasian plate rather than the African plate. So that's kind of weird, because we've seen the ones in Iceland, and kind of have to go, okay, are we doing something? Break time? Yeah, I guess I'll take a break. I was going to do the weather and just finish it off, but yeah, I'm going to take a little break. I'll let you guys watch some more canned lava, and we'll go from there. And thanks, Piggy. And that's it for the earthquakes anyway for right now. So we'll get you back over there. We now no longer see our wonderful volcano. It has hidden itself amongst the clouds, so if it does erupt, we wouldn't be able to tell. Darn it. Well, you can almost see it. If we get lava in there, we probably could. All right, giving you canned lava, and I am going to take a break, and don't go away. I'll be back in 5 minutes. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please help us out. We are trying to get to 100 likes. That would be really awesome if you could do that for us. And I would appreciate it. So thank you. Don't go away. I'll be back in 5 minutes or thereabouts. Thanks. And there we go. Microphone is back on, and that is awesome. Welcome back, everyone. We missed you. I forgot what you look like. Didn't even call. JB, there's your answer to can pigs fly? I just figured I had to do that. JB, I hope you paid attention, and thank you everyone for the welcome backs from Piggy and King Colin and Sue and Alba and Kevin and Sharon Stewart saying, I hear you, Dr. Fox. And thanks Mars and John and Ariane and all good. So it is good, you guys, and yeah, pigs do fly. Yeah, it's true. It's true. They have wings, so we're all good. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the canned lava here, and we are looking back at what we see there right now, which is absolutely nothing. Anyway, let's get over it. We'll have a look at weather for today, since we haven't done that yet. And then we'll round out the rest of the show here and see what we've got. So let me get on my weather maps. And temperature, rain. Okay, need to redo that one. Whoop. That didn't. Yeah, that kind of worked. Okay, never mind. All right. First thing I noticed is we have Danielle. We now have Earl the soul singer down here, and I was wondering where that was going to head off to. That was what 91 something 91L, I think is what they called it before. So that one is there. Javier is now very close to the Baja. So that guy looks like he's going to come inland, and we'll see. And we also see this other storm off the coast of Mexico. Hence all the bad coverage there from the Mexican guys. Pegasus? Oh, yeah. Maybe. Anyway, looking at what we've got, we see that we have a lot of heat still here in the western Canadian areas. A little cooler up in the top end of British Columbia near the coast because of some very fast moving stuff, and a low pressure right there just bugging Alaska, I guess. But the interior of British Columbia looks very hot, and of course Alberta has got the majority of the heat right now, and all the way up to the top, still very above seasonal temperatures, and basically record-breaking here today with about 95 Fahrenheit or 35 degrees Celsius here in Edmonton, so very warm. And we're not used to that kind of temperature. Saskatchewan, for the most part, sharing some of that heat, but a little cooler on the eastern side, where they've got that low and the high over Manitoba there, working and pulling that horrible cold air that's sitting over Hudson's Bay in there. But it is drawing up some warmer air across the southern Ontario and portions of western Quebec. Looking at the United States, some very, very warm temperatures out west again. We see all of the western states really, really hot. Actually, about half of the U.S. is hot. The other half is pretty normal, maybe even a little cool up in Maine and that area, going up into Canada as well. But we do see a little cooler out there in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI area, and same thing, part of Newfoundland here is a little warmer, the other parts a little cooler, so that's what we got. But looking here at what we see at Death Valley, 48 degrees C and 118 F. So yeah, very, very hot, and that is of course California. Then when you take a look here at Phoenix, Arizona, showing 41 here. I don't know if that's what we actually see, but we'll take a look and see how things are, and look at that temperature as well. There we go. It is 4106 degrees. Even Vegas, 106, 107, somewhere thereabouts, 41, 42. So very hot temperatures in the western states. Even looks like Colorado. Actually, even Yellowstone should be pretty darn warm. Pardon me. Should be pretty warm right now. Let's see what else we got. Not so bad in Texas. I mean, they're still getting warm temperatures, but at least it's not anything too crazy, which is, 30, 31, 32 is manageable. Once it starts getting above that, it gets a little high. And Louisiana, Mississippi, and those areas here, Alabama, I'm still holding quite a bit of heat. A little cooler in Georgia here, South Carolina, again warmer, and about the same in North Carolina. And then it starts to cool off going up the coast a little. Still in Florida holding some really nice temperatures, especially along the beach. And for the most part, 24 is nothing to worry about. And 30 on the panhandle, not bad. And we see Mexico in the higher elevations, of course, has cooled off. And that is because of all our storms that we've got sitting here. So we've got this guy here. I'm wondering if they've got that on the right spot. I thought it would have been right here. Maybe we've got another storm there that is developing as well. I don't know. Looking at Cancun, 29 degrees today, so pretty normal there. And sliding down again, higher elevations, a lot cooler, and that is interesting. And Earl is right here, making trouble, and Earl is giving all the Caribbean islands a real nasty shake. And let's see, again, higher elevations, very cold, lower stuff, not so bad. So you can see quite a bit of heat in the Amazon here in Brazil, and sliding down, going through Bolivia and into Argentina. That's kind of the cutoff point here for our really warm weather. And I don't know, Uruguay is a little bit cooler, but Brazil, basically, I guess the cutoff point is really about here for the warm weather. Down on the bottom, though, they've got some bad weather. Buenos Aires only 10 today. Hopefully they'll get better weather soon, and that is not so bad. But on the low sitting right here, making chilly down on the bottom end, sliding over and having a look at what we've got in New Zealand. The high sitting up here, pumping down some warmer air onto the North Island, 15, 16 degrees. Gets a little cooler down on the eastern side here in the higher elevations, of course, but well, actually not that cooler. 16 on there too. South Island, though, bottom end very cold, 6, 7, 5 in some spots, and of course the higher elevations also a little cooler. But looking at the other side, or eastern side of the island, a little bit warmer there at 12, 13 degrees, which is really good for them. Looking at that big beast of a high, still sitting there in Australian waters. And of course, we take a look at Tasmania. Northern portions are a little bit warmer, down by Hobart. I think it's only about 10, and that's kind of what we see there. Melbourne coming in at 10, 11, 12 degrees, depending on where you point the pointer. A little bit on the cool side, but not, at least not in the single digits right now. Adelaide at 11. Perth over here is warming up a little bit more, 13 or thereabouts. Looks a little bit cold there in Sydney at 13. We've got the colder air just pumping in here, and then up here by Brisbane we have about 17. We've got that low sitting right on top of them, but that is drawing in a lot of warmer air from up top, so we'll probably see a lot of rain in the Brisbane area. We'll definitely keep an eye on that when we get there. Looking at our Indonesian, Malaysian, and Philippine area, as well as Papua New Guinea here. Quite hot for the most part. Bangkok coming in at 28, 29 degrees. And am I reading that right? Is that 57% relative? No, that's not the right one. Things popped away on me here. Or is it? Oh, there it is. Never mind. 96% relative humidity and 26 degrees. Okay, thanks for that. Makes a little more sense. Anyway, we see that nasty storm here in the Indian Ocean, but here's that super typhoon, and that is still sitting there. Those poor people in Taiwan are just getting beat up from this thing. It really hasn't moved for 2 days, and hopefully it'll get out of there soon and go somewhere like over here where there is nothing. And looking at what we've got going up the Japanese coast, a little bit cooler for them today, which is probably okay, and sliding up a little bit more. Kamchatka Peninsula on the for the most part here on the east western side, a little cooler up in the other areas here. Still seeing some warmer temperatures, but we've got that low here. That's really not doing too much. It's this low here that is being the concern, because it's drawing down all that cold air and trying to push it back into the land. Same thing with this low here, is accepting everything that is coming down, and it will end up dumping all that good stuff into the Alaskan area and the western coast of Canada. India looks not bad. Looking at Africa, we see kind of a cutoff point right here, kind of, I guess, Tanzania line, if you want to call it that. Madagascar is warm on one side, cooler on the other, but then again, hey, you got that high sitting there, throwing some wind at them, so that would do that. And going up here, Middle East, as we call it, we do see Iraq, Syria, and Saudi Arabia, UAE still very, very hot. Oman and Yemen a little bit cooler, and Iran on the edges a little cooler as well. While they still have good heat on the coastal areas, but the inland or higher elevations are very, very bad. Cool, and looking at what we have in the Sahara Desert, still holding a lot of hot temperature there, so not bad. Quick zoom in onto the Canary Islands, 21, 22, 24, depending on where you're looking, 23, 24. Maybe, no 24? No, okay. From 21 to 23 in the Canary Islands on Palma anyway. Looking at Piggy's temperature in her neck of the woods, and of course that is here on Kos, Greece. Oh gee, yeah, it's 1:25 in the morning there, and it is still 24 degrees Celsius, so that gives you a pretty good idea of the temperatures and what's going on, and definitely not that good for her. It'll get cooler soon, Piggy, don't you worry. Looking though at Sicily, that has definitely cooled off quite a bit. Higher elevations cooler, and looks more livable, I think, for the most part. Same thing with the boot of Italy here. But as we go up, we see some cooler areas, so nighttime temperatures are starting to go down a little bit more for those good people. Spain is even cool as far as I can tell as well from what they normally get. So looking pretty awesome. And even Portugal doing its thing. Actually, surprised here with France showing as nice a temperatures as they've got, but still holding in there. We do see the warmer weather here just before the Alps, and of course the Alps being higher up elevation, very cold, and looking at Switzerland, and we do see Zurich is still holding a nice 16 degrees Celsius, so pretty awesome. Most of Germany is doing fairly good. Munich or München 12, and we go up here. Frankfurt is 15, that kind of thing. We say Cologne is 18, and then we got Berlin a little bit colder, getting some of that colder air that's coming in from Russia into Poland, and it's making its way into Berlin and that area. Still warmer, well, really not that much warmer in Hamburg, but still not bad looking at those temperatures there. Let's do Sweden and Norway and Finland. Yeah, boy, as soon as I see that, 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees, yeah, it's getting colder there. We do have that other stuff here in Russia as well. So, yeah, the Moscow coming in at 4, 5 degrees, Burr, and all the way along the coast here, it's pretty cold as well. So that's what we see. Looking at England, for the most part, not too bad. We got that low sitting there, probably a ton of rain dropping out there, but England itself looks fairly warm yet. Same thing with Wales, and then up in the top end here in Scotland, a little warmer than normal, I guess, for nighttime temps. And Ireland, we see the eastern side of Ireland is a little bit warmer, the western side a little bit cooler, and the cooler temperature will possibly help the healing of the leg on our wonderful Irish monk. He shouldn't have ejected that goat. Never mind. Okay, looking at Iceland, we do see that it is a little bit warmer than yesterday, still 9, 10, 11 degrees, depending on where you are on the Reykjanes Peninsula, and about the same for the most part all the way around. Of course, the ice fields and stuff will be a lot cooler, so that's what we've got in Iceland. And while we're there, let's turn on precipitation, and we'll work our way around. And there's our cloudy stuff, not too bad. Iceland looks like they've got fog in some areas, but not going to get too much more rain right now. Rain is mostly down here, and of course coming into the areas. Woo! Look at that low sitting there. That is creating all that horrible weather, and we see some storm business going on up here in Scotland and northern England, and Colin Didman, I don't know where you heading off to. You got a big low coming in there. Hope you got alternate plans for your vacation just in case. Anyway, we see, make sure your windshield wipers work, buddy. Anyway, we see Ireland, for the most part, has got rain and stormy conditions. So that's kind of what we got there. Heck, we'll go this way. We'll go opposite of what we normally do. And let's look here. Top end of Sweden, Norway, and Finland. Look, snow in some places. Down here, some rain, clouds, and fog in some of those areas. Not too bad. Germany looks pretty dry. We do have some storms isolated storms in France, but also fair size things there, and a little bit across the Spanish border here, but not too bad. Sliding over a little bit, looking for weather. We don't see anything in Italy, and looking down here for any possibilities of rain in Greece. Well, we see some here, but we don't see any coming here. And sorry, Piggy, I don't think we are going to see anything for right now, for a little while, as far as moisture is concerned. And let's zoom out a little bit. We do see our standard stuff in the central portions of Africa. This is confusing us today. No SO2. I'm completely going backwards. I'm trying to do that on purpose. It's for change. We'll do SO2. Don't worry, we'll get to it. I promised you. I'm dyslexic. I do things backwards. Anyway, looking at what we got here, the storms, and of course the super typhoon, and that is what we see there. We do see a high pressure here, and it's kind of odd, but it's still a lot of stormy stuff going on there. And down here in Western Australia, we see that. Of course, Eastern Australia, what I was saying about, there's a nasty storm off the coast by Brisbane. There it is, that low, and that is going to dump a bunch of water onto them. That actually has a tail that goes all the way out to New Zealand, so you could have your Kangaroo Express out to New Zealand. We do see the southern island is getting hammered with some moisture from all that stuff coming up there. The cold air. We don't like cold air. And let's go over to see what we've got in bottom end of Chile. And we will take a look here. And you see, very, very nice snow. 25.9 centimeters. 26, oh my God, 27 centimeters. Yeah, it's snowing there, you guys. The kangaroos won't be able to go there. They'll have to stop in New Zealand. No kangaroos beyond New Zealand. That's not allowed. We see this out in the Atlantic here in the south, a couple of lows, and that would be pretty nasty. We see our storms, northern portions, of course, and there in the Amazon, the storms here, and of course they named this guy, but it looks like we've got another one right here, and I'm wondering if they put the target in the wrong spot, or if that is a second storm. We do have this guy here, and it is probably going to end up coming up and coming inland. We'll see what happens with it. Here's the other one here that what was it called? I can't tell. It's got too many numbers over top of it. They called it something. Oh boy, maybe if we switch it'll show me. No? Okay, I can't read that anymore. We used to be able to read it, but we can't now. Never mind. Anyway, let's switch it back to the precipitation here, since I'm confusing everybody anyway. Why not? We do see what's out there on the Florida coast, and we see most of those storms are small and isolated, and that's all the way through the bottom portions of the entire U.S. Different storms in different places, too many to count. Lots in Texas, Oklahoma, and then you see some in Colorado and New Mexico, even here in Arizona. So that is pretty much it. Georgia's got quite a few going up into Tennessee and those areas. And we do see these Great Lake effect storms here, Lake Superior, and of course that is going up and meeting up with this low up here in the Hudson's Bay area. So that is doing some nasty things there. And of course, this storm here, I was saying it's hitting the west coast of the U.S. Alaskan portion, and of course it'll hit Canada fairly quickly as well. So and looking up here, we see this horrible stuff. So Davis Strait has got a lot of wind blowing up there, and then looks like a low sitting up here in what they call Baffin Bay. This is Baffin Island, by the way, and this up here, Ellesmere Island, in case you guys didn't know, but that's all right. But Davis Strait in here, and of course Greenland. Greenland with all that snow is more like snowland. Okay, now we're going to go do the SO2 now, and we'll come back and find our lowest temperature right away. And I'm going to refresh this guy just so we have it, and there we go. And actually SO2 doesn't look too bad. We see some of these plumes going up further north, but that is all right. We do see a little bit more than usual here and you can definitely follow the jet stream along and see how it is moving across the country or across the continent as it zips through there, and pretty predominant in this view. And let's see, sliding down a bit more, Central America, we see there's that storm, and it's coming out from Mexico, and that storm's just taking care of it for now. The most of everything else here in Central America kind of being drawn out as well, but we see that turning point here is much higher now, and it really starts drawing things down about here, which is really kind of weird because that used to be down here. So we see that moving, and that's interesting. Possibly due to heat and fires here in the Amazon is why we are seeing a little bit more SO2 buildup there. And of course here we have some varying currents as well. This stuff actually going up and then out and over to the east. Very interesting. Popping into New Zealand, White Isle volcano, still a little bit coming off of it, not as much as before. And I think Leo left his barbecue on, a little bit more SO2 down there than normal. Coking plants here north of Sydney, definitely throwing out some material. Tofua out here in Tonga, still doing its thing. And then Yasur, not as bad as his other buddies here in Vanuatu. And we are seeing a little bit of a build-up here on, what is this again? I forgot. Oh my God, I'm bad. New Caledonia. There we go. I had to think about that. Anyway, Papua New Guinea, still seeing quite a bit there from its little friends. And Luolatok, right in this area, responsible for this plume. And then, of course, we have Raun and Simaru down here doing their thing. Bad. It's bad? Oh, okay, bad. And Merapi up here. I'm not seeing too much coming off of Krakatoa, and that is interesting. Most of it is actually coming from Jakarta, and that is kind of odd. And then we have Ibu and Jakono doing their thing, and not so much coming off of the other areas here. And again, as what I was kind of mentioning yesterday, I'm wondering how much of this SO2 is from Taal. And looking at this, it looks like just about nothing is coming from Taal, and most of that is actually from Manila. Over here, on the other hand, that could be from a little bit from Bezimiani, and no, hang on, no, Bulusan, not Bezimiani, Bulusan, and of course, what's the other one over there? Mayon. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. So that's what we've got in that area. Of course, that big storm there, and then we see we still have a lot of off-gassing coming out of Suwanoshi-jima, and not as much as before from our wonderful Sakura-jima. So that has eased up a whole bunch. Sliding up the coast of Japan a little bit more, we see just people pollution, and then we get out onto these areas here, Chikarachi and what is it? Hang on, Ibiko is there, and then Kurimsky and Bezimiani and Shivalash up here doing their thing. Again, this is all kind of being consumed by this low here with probably a lot of rain on it. So that's kind of our SO2 there as well. Sliding over a little bit more, looking at South Africa. They're back at it. More gold being refined as well as platinum in that area. It's only from that. There are no volcanoes down there. This, on the other hand, is a volcano and some coking plants creating that. Urta Ale would be right in here, maybe responsible for a little bit of this, but not all of it. And we see a lot of pollution coming out of Saudi Arabia and Iraq and possibly Kuwait here as well. Sliding over a little bit more, looking at where Mount Etna is, and this is Mount Etna right about here, making this plume, and then it looks like we are possibly getting a little bit more from what is that? A nice sandwich we always have, the Stromboli. And how about speaking of Stromboli? Anybody see that Kim Raudenbush lately? Anyway, we do have Volcano in that area too, helping out with its mess. So that's kind of what we see for SO2. And here's that big low going out here. Actually looks like a double whammy in here. Hopefully that'll turn into one. And wow, look at all that SO2 coming off of Iceland. That is kind of interesting, but you notice that is starting up here, so that is not coming from the volcano. That is coming possibly from the aluminum smelting plant, and it's a little odd to see that much there, but that is what we've got. So that is pretty awesome. Let's go back to our temperature map, and we will find our lowest place on Earth. I know I scared everybody and did it all backwards, and that is just to have a change of pace, and it helps my brain a little bit once in a while to do that, you know, do things that are a little abnormal. And I'm looking for a very cold temperature, and so far I don't know if Sue has found anything colder than minus 76 Celsius. I'm still looking here, so they're really not that much there. Minus 73, and yeah, minus 75, minus 76, 77, and minus 78. And that is all I've got. You found minus 79? Wow. Oh, I found it too. Right there. It was there. Let's see if we can. Yep, right there. Minus 79 degrees Celsius. So, yay. And that's it. The winner is, it's a tie. It's a tie. I did it. Found it. And that is pretty awesome. So that is good. Thank you, Dr. Fox, for the stream. Fantastic as usual, and everyone joining. And thank you, Piggy, for being here. And thank you for the bacon seeds. And thanks with everything going on in your life, I really do appreciate you taking the time out and coming in here and sharing the time with us. And I hope it actually helps a little bit too, for you to be able to do that. Takes your mind off of the other things a little bit, and puts you back to what I would say a sense of reality, or grounds your thoughts a little bit, and helps out in that things. So okay, it does, I agree. Okay, excellent. And that is awesome, you guys. And anyway, for right now, we're going to wrap it up. That is it for the stream today. I do want to have one more quick peek at the harmonic tremor chart, just to see what it was doing. And then we will get done with what we've got. And I didn't really want to look at that, but yeah, you see that little bit on the end there? I'm hoping it grows up to be big and tall. Anyway, we are seeing quite a bit of action here, so don't count this thing out just yet. And let's give it another day or two. So that is awesome. All right, I'm going to put you back to our volcano. There it is. You can't see it. It's magic. I'm going to put you back to canned lava, and that is good there. Why is that saying settings? Let me see if I can find that somewhere, and see why it says settings. That's actually shouldn't be saying settings. Oh, maybe that's on the video. We'll leave it. Anyway, that's it for today, you guys. I'm going to actually turn that little thing on the bottom. And big thank you to everyone. And of course, we had a couple small super chats today. One from Maria the Matoma. And thank you for those 20 Swedish kroners. And from Grandma B for that wonderful $3 super chat. Also, big thank you to each and every one of the members in here. It's awesome, and thank you for your support. Also, a big thank you to each and every one of the Lava family members. You guys are awesome, and I really do appreciate all of you. For those who haven't hit that like button, we are 3 away from getting up to 100. Let's see if we can make that happen before I shut things down today. That would be really, really nice. And on that friendly thought and notes and everything, like I said, if Siggy Fisher does actually kick in, I will definitely pop back on and go live. The same thing goes with any of the other fantastic volcanoes if we have some good views. So that will be really cool. Anyway, you guys, be good, be kind, be careful, and take care of yourselves. And of course, I'm going to be lazy now, since it is very hot here and record-breaking heat, and I want to have a little bit of a rest and keep cool. And I managed to actually keep it a lot cooler in here today up to this point. And I think what I need to do now is turn the monitors off, because I can feel the heat being generated in here. It's crazy. Anyway, you guys, be good, be kind, be careful, and you're welcome. Arizona Snowman, thank you for being in the background. Piggy did a wonderful job as well. Thanks. Thank you, Diane, and thank you, everyone. And you be good, you guys, and take care of yourselves. And please, please, make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight. For tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And we'll see everyone tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, and of course, same time as today, weekend stream. So, and we need one more like. Come on, somebody hit that like button. Let's get it to 100. I see 99 likes on my screen. We need one more. It would be awesome if somebody hasn't hit it. If you can, that'd be great. And on that note, take care, everybody, and be good. We'll see you all tomorrow. Oink, oink. Good night. Microphone doesn't want to shut up.
Thank you.